We are documenting the slip, the stranglehold that the left has on media and on the Kamala Harris campaign. It's all fallen apart hard. Trump has a super team of MAGA superpowers. The Americans are responding. It is working. That's the good news. Welcome to the Doug TenNapel channel. I hope you've subscribed. I hope you'll hang out with me. This is my little studio. Of course, I wish you all were here, but given how small the studio is, if we were all packed in here, we would all probably die. Welcome, happy patriots. Let's go.
Elon Musk has poured a gargantuan sum, $119 million, into super PACs to elect former President Donald Trump, spending $44 million just this month.
Well, Democrats are upset that a Republican billionaire has given money to a candidate. They've never seen that before.
But Musk is worth $270 billion and counting. Just yesterday, I just want to say this slowly so everybody absorbs this. Just yesterday, he made $33 billion, billion with a B, when Tesla shares shot up. That is according to Bloomberg.
He made $32 billion in one day. He can't give his money away fast enough, blow it on rockets, blow it on Trump. And this is driving Dana Bash at CNN nuts.
Elon sees this election as existential for democracy. He's almost manic in private conversations about how much Trump needs to win.
So just to be clear, he thinks that electing Trump saves democracy?
In his view, and bear with me here.
Yeah.
That was a little shot from Dana Bash. Wait, he's saying that electing Trump saves democracy? I thought electing Kamala Harris saves democracy. Yes, Elon Musk is right. If there's anything that threatens this country, free speech level, the election, all of that, the left is it. Now, they're having a wake-up call now. The people don't believe you, CNN. You lost your grip.
This could be the last, quote-unquote, free election in America. Because if Donald Trump loses, Democrats will legalize all undocumented immigrants, maybe even relocate them to a couple of swing states, and that there will never be a true democratic election.
Which of course is not true.
Well, of course it's not true. Other than the Democrats have let in 11 million illegal immigrants. They've said that there's a pathway to citizenship, and they are shipping them out to different states and not allowing voter ID check. It's illegal to ask for an ID in California, so I don't see how she can say it's debunked.
Disinformation is a propaganda word. It's not a. Well, who's going to decide what's disinformation? The government? That's crazy. The narratives that are important should be the narratives that the people as a whole think are important, not what a few media oligarchs think is important.
The fact that he is in charge of a very powerful social media platform, X, formerly known as Twitter, and the algorithms feel different just as a user.
Yeah, it feels different. I agree. And I study algorithms. That's part of my job here on YouTube. The algorithm feels different on X because it's not slammed, bury the needle to the left, censoring everything from the right and promoting everything from the left. So yeah, you're right, Dana Bash. It does feel different to the user.
What do you hear coming from Hillary Clinton right now? Trump is a fascist. He is a dictator. He is a modern day Hitler. And he will weaponize our government against his political opponents.
Just like his political opponents have already done to Trump. Talk about dictators. Here's Hillary Clinton from back in the Bill Clinton days. Listen to how mean this person is.
So I think we got to have tough conditions. Tell people to come out of the shadows. If they've committed a crime, deport them. No questions asked. They're gone. If they've been working and are law-abiding, we should say, here are the conditions for you staying. You have to pay a stiff fine because you came here illegally. You have to pay back taxes, and you have to try to learn English, and you have to wait in line.
Hillary Clinton from the 1990s. Wow, if she ran on that in 2016, she probably would have won.
Another example of their extreme distraction and deflection, because as they are saying these words, they are doing the very same thing against people like Donald Trump, Bobby Kennedy, and I, but it's also happening to a lot of Americans whose names you will never see in the news, but who are exercising our First Amendment right and being retaliated against because of it.
Yeah, and that's just a small number of the people that you haven't heard of. That's why I love that Tulsi Gabbard is blowing up in the media and she's able to tell her side of the story. I tell my side of the story, how I was oppressed by Hollywood, comic books, animation. Ain't no one hiring me over there anymore because of what I say. Here's Tim Walz.
I am not by nature a petty person.
Said every petty person ever.
But I will own this one on this. I just don't want to turn on the TV and ever see him again. I don't want to hear him talk. I don't want to see it.
Now, hold on one second. What's going on in his mouth right there? Looky there. That's the little guy driving Tim Walz's body.
There's a lot of people here in this area in Brooklyn, especially Arab people. They're gonna vote for Trump. Yeah.
We're in the most Muslim-dense area of Brooklyn, New York, and a lot of people are saying they're voting for Trump.
Yes, Trump.
I support Trump.
You support Trump?
Yes. Trump 2024.
We need Trump back. I bet you all the Palestinians Americans in this country that they want to vote for Trump and they want Trump. I'm telling you, most of them are positive about Trump to become the president because he promised to stop this mad war. He promised that he will stop all the wars.
Do you think that Trump is better for the black community than Kamala is?
Honestly, yeah, she sent us to jail. And that's messed up because I smoke a lot of weed, man. I can't be out here getting locked up for weed, man. Vote for Trump.
I'm going for whoever is an advocate for promoting the right to bear arms for our community, because it's not fair that the politicians get to carry, like Kamala Harris. Didn't she say she carrying?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. You missed so you like Trump's tweets?
Yeah, I love his tweets.
I'm probably going to vote for Trump. Robert Kennedy does endorse him to bring back the American middle class, that a family can support a full family on a single income home is the American dream again.
I'm not voting for Kamala Harris because apparently she just wants to put every Tom, Dick, and Harry in women's sports.
Kamala Harris is no good for us. Trump, he's our guy. Y'all want to get taxed? Get Kamala Harris. If y'all don't want that tax, y'all get Donald Trump.
Oh, don't they look like the typical country club, Mitch McConnell, Paul Ryan, Republicans? No, Trump is digging so deep into the Muslim community. Who ever heard of Republicans getting the Muslims? Trump is creating voters, and he's going to smoke them because of it. And go right down to the people in the Bronx. Here's some people on the streets in Pennsylvania.
We can take off the magic glasses now. Everything is exposed. When I was a Democrat, I was a convict. Now I'm a Republican. I'm a business owner.
I am putting all of my hope on Donald Trump. Trump, baby drill, baby drill.
You know, Democrats promise. They always know what to say, but they don't actually give anything.
The increased number of black men voting for Trump is go back to common sense. Enough's enough.
I'm just happy to see the spell not working on so many people in America. In case you think in your mind, oh, they're all believing lies. No, they're waking up. Here's Trump in Nevada at a Cuban restaurant.
Do not lean over.
You mentioned potential use of the military on election day. What does that look like?
Thank you, everybody.
Okay, I don't know if you saw it when he walked past it, but there's the Donald Trump with a sombrero on already in there. The Cubans. I wouldn't be allowed to do that, but I'm happy they did. I think it's great.
And whether or not they commit to her is going to depend on whether she comes clean, whether she's candid and authentic. And right now, that's not clear.
Yeah, there's no worry about Kamala Harris coming clean. And that's what it's going to take for her to turn around, is to be honest about the border and differences between her and Biden. Ain't going to work, guys. She is not going to turn this thing around. Here's canceled actress Gina Carano, who is the star of The Mandalorian, supporting Trump.
A vote for Kamala Harris is no other than a vote for a shadow government and greedy corporations who will walk over our dead bodies and turn around and use those bodies to keep themselves in power. Just look at the 325,000 children who have gone missing. Maybe we should be keeping that body count on the news.
Oh, no, they won't put that body count in the news because they're complicit. That's part of the cover-up. And then meanwhile, they're going to call Trump every bad name in the book. This pollster asks, does the name-calling work?
Yeah, I think part of the reason why I'm being pushed towards Trump so strongly is that I find that the Democrats and the left just keep going straight to Hitler all of the time with everything, and I think it ruins the discourse.
Does anybody think it's valuable or something you want to hear from the vice president? Anybody? Raise your hand if you think this is something that's important for her to be talking about. Anybody?
Bueller. No one wants to hear that Hitler caca. Here's Speaker Mike Johnson, my joint statement with leader Mitch McConnell's coming on board. Again, guys, I know there's a lot of hatred for Mitch McConnell, but this shows Trump's strength. Mitch McConnell smells it. He knows where the winning side is. Mitch McConnell calling for Vice President Harris to stop using your dangerous rhetoric. There's a joint letter. I'm not going to read any of it, but I just wanted to emphasize the great uniter, Trump. He's pulling in Muslims, Mitch McConnell, actors, they're Elon Musk, billionaires, Tulsi Gabbard. He's pulling people in. And Kamala Harris is part of what created this because she is freaking terrifying. Here's breaking. Fifth Circuit Court of Appeals ruled that ballots have to be received by election day. Any state that are allowing them to arrive later are overruled by federal law. Here's the document. United States Court of Appeals of the Fifth Circuit filed it, particularly in Mississippi. They were able to vote up to 5 days after November 5th. They're saying all that's done, November 5th, deadline day, federal law. Here's Eric Doherty. Meanwhile, Pennsylvania mail-in voting is currently 20 points redder than at this point in 2020. That's a lot of Presler's work. They're registering Republicans over there.
I believe I'm going to say precise and uncontroversial things about the early vote, which is where we are. We don't know why Republicans are outperforming what everyone expected. We don't know why. It could be all moving election day votes, but it does represent some combination of Republican enthusiasm about the election. Like they're on it. I want to vote the first day. Belief in voting early, and some of the mechanics of the Trump campaign. And I'm increasingly suspicious that the Trump campaign has a secret plan to turn people out that applies to election day too, that's more efficient than the Keystone cops that we've been hearing about. And Democrats are not rushing. Now, it could be they're going to vote early eventually in the late early vote, but they're not rushing as much as Republicans.
Here's more. Republican Party of Arizona. The latest voter registration numbers from the Arizona Secretary of State are in, and the Republicans are crushing it, a 295,555 person advantage over Democrats. Arizona red and ready, and let's keep the momentum and get every voter to the polls. If you haven't voted yet, you guys, you got to get involved, man. Let's get to it here. Here's the Trump Force 47 in Virginia. President Donald J. Trump to hold a rally in Salem, Virginia. VA in play. There's only one reason Trump is going to Virginia. We're going for a complete landslide. If Trump's in that kind of blue terrain, we already said that he's flipping Virginia. Many people have called it already. I'm not there to call it yet, but I'm only saying it's working. It's working, guys. Hold tight. Pray for the country. Give us a thumbs up. I'm Doug in exile.